Okay, see how this goes. See if it goes better than the last one. Yep. Okay, now what do all these buttons do? All right, so tonight I am trying to focus on seeing what I need to do this well and to see how well it goes. So we're trying this. We just tried a different platform and we're going to try to do this one now just to see what this one's about. See if we can get more engagement, more people subscribing, and all of that jazz. So what I've decided to do is I've been preparing and preparing and preparing, and I have done nothing. So I was listening to a podcast today, and somebody said preparation paralysis. So I'm like, oh, I think I'm doing that. So I'm just preparing to do nothing. So now I am prepared to do something. So we are taking this step to make sure that I am using the things that I bought to do lives. So here we are. We're rocking it out. I've been working on photos tonight to try to make sure that that is, rocking and rolling because it's busy season. So you gotta multitask. And I'm totally fine with just talking to myself because I work from home. So it's pretty easy. I talk to myself all day long. So now I'm talking to 0 people, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm not sure how to share this out, to tell it to people, like to come watch this. Oh, I just figured out this. Let's see here. Well, not 100% sure about that one. Share it to all different things. Wow, who knew? Don't even know what some of these websites are. So I guess I can share it out. I have to figure out what I want to share it out on. Engage with the audience. Let's do a question and answer. Black and white or color portraits? Let's see. I mean, if I put something there, somebody's going to show up, right? Why did that show up like that? Not entirely sure what's going on there. Might have done it incorrectly. So, yes, we're here trying this out. Oh, now it looks correct. Great. I had to load or something, my question that I was asking. Do people prefer black and white or color portraits? It depends. It depends on the lighting. I think it also depends on like the mood you're going for. Black and white is definitely a favorite of mine because it just shows off the light that you're using. I think they're timeless too. Like black and white photos, timeless. It's not like those trendy filters that people put on the photos after you give them their photos. They put a filter over what you've already edited. Don't do that. That's not nice. Yeah. So let's not do that to people. So yeah. Just went live before this, trying this one out to see if anybody is out there, like that Pink Floyd song. Yeah, but behind me, you'll see, well, some of the setup that I use for business headshots. There's no lightings, no lights set up, but that's kind of where the frame and everything will go there. The lights go, well, the chair moves up quite a bit. The lights go around that. Tutorials, sessions for, I guess, photographers and people getting their photo taken. I think that would be helpful. It's just moving the body slightly improves the way somebody looks, and it's just a slight movement or changing their head a little bit. Yeah, I'm working in Lightroom currently. I'm going to figure out how to show my screen when I'm editing, like photos of myself or photos of somebody I have permission to edit live with. I didn't get permission for any of that right now, so I'm not going to do that. I don't want to. I can edit photos of myself all day long, but that's not really fun. Yeah, so we're at the 7-minute mark and nobody's joined. So that's fun. I'm not sure how to push this out. We will see. Yeah, moral of the story is I need to get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 public watch hours to start monetizing the channel. I'd like to do tutorials, fun stuff like that, posing videos, because one, it'll help me remember that I need to help people that need to know how to pose. Sometimes I freeze and I'm like, oh, wait, yes, I know how to do that. I can help somebody do that. So. Okay, so I don't know if it ever disconnected. Not 100% sure. But we're back. We're back and we're here. We're doing the best we can. We are trying something new because I'm sick of saying I'm going to do something and not doing it. So that's the moral of today. We are going to try. We're going to put ourselves out there and see what happens, because what do we have to lose? Not much. It's not like I care what people think. You get to a point in life where you're like, I like myself, and that's fine. If other people don't like me for who I am, that's also okay. But I'm just out here creating photographs that I want to create for people that love them. And that's the goal, to create things that people love. So I told myself, we're going to do this. We're going to try it. We've been live for 15 minutes and nobody showed up. But you know what? We're still here. We're still doing it. We're going to try. Because that's what everybody told me. Like, you have to start somewhere. So this is us starting something new, hoping that I'll get better at this. Like, you know, I'm a pretty chatty guy, but talking to yourself is not all that exciting. So I'll have to like make a script or make talking points next time. This is the first time I've done this on YouTube, so we're just trying things out. I'm going through wedding photos, checking all those out, making sure that they are the way that I want them. I like to take my time. And I do look at each photograph, even though I take a lot of photographs, it is the best way for my brain to look at them. I don't let like someone else do it. I have to look at every single image that I take on a wedding day. I know that people are like, why don't you use a culling service and like have them organize the photos? I'm like, no, I don't want that. I have the edits I like to do, and like it applies what I want my photographs to look like. That can be automatic, but I don't want it to choose which photographs to keep and which photographs to not deliver. That's not something I ever want. So I look at every single photo. And I probably took too many photos, but that's the name of the game sometimes. So that's what I'm currently doing. I'm going to try not to ramble too badly. I'm trying to think of. I am in love with this lens, though, the 28-70 Canon lens, the f2 RF lens. It is phenomenal, and people complain that it's expensive, but it did replace a 50 millimeter and a 35 millimeter from using those prime lenses, because one, it's already on there. Like, I can just go to those two focal lengths and the quality is great. It's an f2, so you can shoot it wide open and it's going to look phenomenal. It'll give you that nice blurry bokeh background that everybody's looking for, but still my favorite lens is the 85-1.2. Like, that lens it makes everything look dreamy. It makes everything look phenomenal. It's definitely my favorite lens. I probably keep that on my camera a long time. Like, love this image. Yeah, so 85 millimeter, definitely my favorite focal length for portraits and weddings, but portraits primarily. It doesn't come off one of the cameras the whole time I'm shooting. I just like it that much. And I'm also loving my new 70-200 2.8. I always had, up until I bought this one last year, I only had the f4 version, and this one, like, just the shooting it a little bit more wide open is phenomenal. I'm loving the 2.8. Okay, well, we've done this for 20 minutes. Probably going to be doing this for 25 minutes tonight. I think that'll be more than enough time for the first live, hopefully of many, many, many more. I'm going to try to see if I can go live on different platforms at the same time, see if I can figure that out to make it work simultaneously. But I might do them separately too and talk about different things. So that's basically what I'm going to focus on. Yeah, but I'd love to answer questions people have about how I do things within my business, how long I've been in business for. Well, I started my business in 2005 and it's 2025, so I would say it's about 20 years of business. I won't say in the beginning I was good at the business part at all. It's hard to get out of the free cycle, like where you know somebody that needs photos, so you offer to do it free. Charging people after you do everything for free is the hardest hurdle to get over. Don't do anything for free if you're going to have a photography business. Like, they're going to be like, oh, well, we'll promote you. No, don't do it. Don't get paid. Get paid from the beginning, even if it's $20. Like, you have to find value in what you do, so then you have the money to invest in yourself and the equipment, so you are not just running a failing business. You need to make sure that you are making money, first, to learn more. Knowledge is the best investment in yourself. You don't need the fanciest camera. You don't need the fanciest lens. If you're going to spend money, I would suggest spending money on a very nice lens. And what lens that might be depends on what you want to photograph. In the beginning, I thought, oh, I'm going to be a landscape photographer. I'm going to take macro photos of flowers. I'm just going to focus on that. Well, I decided that nature doesn't have a credit card. Nature doesn't have a checkbook, and nature doesn't have cash to pay me. And I would have to put a lot more time and get up way earlier to get beautiful sunrises, stay up to do astrophotography, wait for the perfect moment. And you know what? I don't have the patience for that. And two, I don't want to frame things. I don't want to map things. I have a company that does that for me. I didn't want to do that at the time, but now, could I? Yes. Do I want to? No, because there's a lot of people doing that. And I'd rather just focus on making people look good. I'm a people photographer. I do portraits, a lot of portraits, and weddings. So my focus is people. I did buy gear that was, in my opinion, the wrong gear to start with wedding photography. So buy the fastest lens you can afford. So what I mean by that is the little F number. If you don't know about aperture, it's how wide open the lens will be, so you get those cool backgrounds. That's the easiest way to explain it. So the lower the number, the more the lens opens up to let light in, which then in turn makes a beautiful background because the depth of field, what's in focus, is much shorter at 1.2 than if it is at f8. So if you can, and it lets more light in. So I think that's the one thing, if you're going to photograph people, that you need to consider. The lens first, then the camera. I wish I knew that. I wish I had that knowledge in the beginning to save money, not waste money. I think that's the most valuable lesson I learned early on, and number two would be not pay for every image that's uploaded on my website. I paid someone years and years ago, and they wanted to charge me for every photo upload. I'm like, what's the early-ish 2000s? But come on, like I was not going to pay $6 to $7 a photo when I'm a photographer. That seemed a little ludicrous. So I did that for a couple of years, and then I was like, nope, we need to change it up. So I took it over myself, and I've been doing my website ever since. Which, that's a task. You have to update things. I used to be really, really good at it, but sometimes I just forget to do it. But what other things did I learn early on? Word of mouth marketing is far better than spending money on like traditional advertising, like a newspaper ad or like a TV ad, any of those things. Like, I did have a lot of success with Google ads when I was starting out. That seemed to really boost up the business. There's a mosquito in here. It's trying to get me. Not loving that either. But yeah, word of mouth marketing, just be kind to people. Be a people person if you're photographing people. If you're not photographing people, come on, land. Okay, or not. Ooh, got it. Sorry, that was probably loud. Yeah, you need to be a people person if you're going to photograph people. If you don't like people, then don't photograph them. That's the moral of that story. Yeah. You don't want to be around people. You don't like people. Why are you going to spend time and expect people to pay you to photograph them? I think that pretty much sums it up. You probably should try to photograph something else. Products, they don't talk back. They don't have attitude. So that might be a good thing for you to do. Or food photography. Same. Food photography has a nice little bonus because sometimes you get to eat the food, and if it's really nice, that's also good. But yeah, I guess we'll go to 30 minutes because I was rambling on a little tangent. I do that sometimes. But there's nobody here, so I'm still talking to myself, which I've gotten pretty good at. Other things that could be helpful if you're just starting out. Learn about off-camera flash if you're photographing people. How to level up quickly is to get good at using a flash that's not on your camera. I know there's this whole direct flash movement. Taylor Swift did it in her engagement photos. Oh. So now it's probably not going away because Taylor Swift did it. So thank you, Taylor. I don't like it. I'm not doing it. But you can take the flash off the camera and position it much better and make in more interesting light than just a direct flash image. But I think that will unfortunately be the new trend because the Swifties are going to be like, ooh, I need to have direct flash. Yeah, come for me, Swifties. Like, it doesn't look good. Don't do that. It's not something you're going to want to look back on and say, ooh, that direct flash made me look real good. Nobody's going to say that. Nobody. All right. Well, that's it. I am done with this live. It was a great test. And we shall see you soon. Good night.